They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Just like that. Just like that.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On the left side, a catch by White. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Brady.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Tight yard, tight yard, tight yard.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill.
50.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I'm too strong. Too big for you.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and 1.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's complete to Lewis. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This will be from 49 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Brady's throw there complete. There he goes, Julian Edelman. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. And even 40 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt Lacoste, as the first half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Watch X3, 218, jump. Check out.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Move. Check.
Now Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 43.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Lawrence Guy drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your
blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They'll run with White. Room past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and a yard, Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on, come get some. He don't want it.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So we have a score to report after all. How about this?
Whoa. Stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the 4th quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a 1-score game. So into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35. But didn't make it.
It's a gain of 8.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet.
And he coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Rodgers now going to throw again. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's White. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Back to throw. Brady. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. They have... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
58. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Come on.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Speaking of McCaffrey, boy, he was used a lot in Week 1, Charles. 128 yards on the ground. He also had 10 catches for 81 more yards.
That's 209 all-purpose yards. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's one of 5 players with 10 or more receptions, 120 more rushing yards in a single game in the Super Bowl era. And this is what we saw last year as well, partner. They used him in a big way. He hardly ever came off the field. I hope they're developing an alternative for him so he can get a few plays off this season. Otherwise, they'll use him up way too quickly.
Here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Check. Mike 42.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Preston Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. We're scoreless after 1. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30.
Whoosh.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Room here to run. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Adams has it complete.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's got it, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come out here in the eye. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers scoring on the sneak from a yard out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Newton. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton, and the pressure gets to him again. Za'Darius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Newton to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check, check, check. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. On the 50.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
At the Panthers' 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
General West. No. Off.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Newton has the hook up here to Hogan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Let them know. 20.
from the 39. Newton, rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Throwing on third down, Newton. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Switch up.
This is McCaffrey, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Newton takes it himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Check three. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready? 22. 20.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right?